Ladies and gentlemen, life is too precious to be wasted on things that hold us back. Yet so many of us unknowingly fall into patterns that diminish our happiness and potential. Today I want to remind you of 6 foolish things that we should all strive to avoid. First, never neglect your own happiness. Too often we put the needs of others before our own, thinking it is noble. But remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are not happy, how can you bring joy to those around you? Prioritize yourself because your well-being matters. Second, do not waste your life chasing approval. You do not need validation from others to know your worth. The truth is, no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. Live according to your own standards, not someone else's expectations. Third, let go of the past. Whether it's regret, guilt, or nostalgia, the past is a closed chapter. Carrying its weight only prevents you from embracing the future. Learn from it, but do not let it define you. Move forward with courage. Fourth, do not fear change. Change is the foundation of growth. Those who resist it remain stagnant, while those who embrace it evolve into something greater. Step into the unknown, because that's where true opportunities lie. Fifth, never waste time on toxic relationships. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset and your future. If someone constantly drains your energy, let them go. Invest in relationships that uplift and inspire you. Lastly, do not doubt yourself. You are capable of more than you think. The only thing standing between you and success is the belief that you can achieve it. Do not let fear control your decisions. Take that leap, trust in your abilities, and watch yourself soar. Life is short, but it is also full of possibilities. Avoid these 6 mistakes, and you will unlock a life of freedom, confidence, and true happiness. Make the choice today to live wisely, boldly, and unapologetically. Neglecting your own happiness is one of the most foolish things you can do in life. Too often people sacrifice their well-being in the pursuit of pleasing others, fulfilling obligations, or meeting societal expectations. While caring for others and being responsible are admirable qualities, completely ignoring your own joy and fulfillment can lead to deep dissatisfaction, stress, and burnout. It is essential to recognize that your happiness is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Many people believe that happiness is something they will achieve later, after they get a promotion, after they fulfill all their duties, or after they have taken care of everyone else. However, happiness should not be postponed or placed at the bottom of your priority list. The reality is that if you continuously put yourself last, you will eventually feel empty, exhausted, and resentful. You cannot effectively support or uplift others if you are drained yourself. Imagine trying to fill someone else's cup when your own is completely empty. It simply does not work. One of the biggest reasons people neglect their happiness is the belief that self-care is. Society often promotes the idea that putting yourself first is wrong, that your worth is defined by how much you do for others. But in truth, taking care of yourself enables you to be a better person in every aspect of life. When you are mentally and emotionally fulfilled, you become more patient, more compassionate, and more effective in your relationships and responsibilities. Happiness is not something that magically appears. It is a result of conscious choices. It means setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and doing things that bring you joy without guilt. Many people ignore their own needs because they're afraid of disappointing others. However, constantly seeking approval from others at the cost of your own well-being is a dangerous trap. The moment you realize that your happiness is your responsibility, you take back control of your life. Neglecting happiness also means ignoring your passions and interests. When was the last time you did something just because it made you happy? Not because it was productive, not because it benefited someone else, but simply because it brought you joy. Many people get so caught up in obligations that they forget what it feels like to truly enjoy life. Whether it is reading, painting, traveling, or simply spending time alone, doing what makes you happy is not a waste of time. It is essential to your well-being. Another common mistake is waiting for external circumstances to change before allowing yourself to be happy. Some people think they will be happy when they earn more money, when they move to a new place, or when the perfect opportunity comes along. But happiness is not found in a future event. It is something you cultivate in the present. If you keep postponing happiness, you will always find a new excuse to delay it. The key is to find joy in everyday moments, no matter how small they may seem. Ultimately, prioritizing your happiness is not just good for you, it is good for everyone around you. A happy person spreads positivity, inspires others, and creates a better environment for those they interact with. Life is too short to spend it feeling unfulfilled and exhausted. Make the choice today to prioritize your happiness, because you deserve it. Chasing approval from others is one of the most self-defeating habits a person can develop. Many people go through life constantly seeking validation, fearing rejection, and molding themselves to fit the expectations of society, family, or friends. This pursuit of approval may feel necessary, but in reality, it robs you of your authenticity and personal freedom. The truth is, no matter what you do, you will never be able to please everyone. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you can reclaim your happiness and start living for yourself. One of the biggest reasons people seek approval is the desire to be liked and accepted. From childhood, we are conditioned to look for praise from parents, teachers, and peers. This need for validation often carries into adulthood, influencing our decisions in ways we do not always recognize. We hesitate to express our true thoughts, avoid making bold choices, and even sacrifice our dreams because we fear criticism or disapproval. But the harsh reality is that constantly worrying about what others think only leads to frustration and a lack of fulfillment. Another problem with chasing approval is that it gives others control over your happiness. If your self-worth is based on how people perceive you, you become vulnerable to their opinions. A single negative comment or rejection can shake your confidence, making you feel unworthy. But the truth is, no one else has the right to determine your value. Your worth is not defined by someone's approval, applause, or validation. You are enough just as you are. Living for approval also leads to an inauthentic life. When you constantly try to fit into a mold that others have created, you suppress your true self. You may pretend to enjoy things you do not like, agree with opinions you do not believe in, or follow a career path that does not align with your passion, all because you are afraid of being judged. Over time, this disconnect between who you truly are and who you pretend to be creates a deep sense of dissatisfaction. The longer you live for others, the harder it becomes to recognize yourself. It is important to remember that people's opinions are fleeting. One day they may praise you, the next they may criticize you. Trying to keep up with their ever-changing expectations is exhausting and impossible. Instead of wasting your energy on gaining approval, invest it in becoming the best version of yourself. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. When you stop seeking approval and start trusting yourself, you develop a sense of self-respect that no amount of praise or criticism can shake. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world did not get there by conforming to others' expectations. They followed their own paths, took risks, and believed in themselves, even when others doubted them. You have the same power. Stop waiting for approval and make decisions based on what feels right for you. The people who truly care about you will respect you for being genuine, and those who do not were never worth impressing in the first place. Holding on to the past is one of the most destructive habits a person can develop. Whether it is regret, guilt, resentment, or nostalgia, clinging to what was prevents you from fully embracing what is and what could be. Many people spend years trapped in memories, replaying past mistakes, missed opportunities, or painful experiences, allowing them to dictate their present and future. The truth is, no matter how much you dwell on the past, you cannot change it. The only thing you can control is how you move forward. One of the main reasons people struggle to let go of the past is regret. Everyone has made mistakes, taken wrong turns, or missed out on opportunities they wish they had seized. However, constantly replaying these regrets serves no purpose other than keeping you stuck. Instead of focusing on what you did wrong, shift your mindset to what you can learn from those experiences. Every mistake carries a lesson, and every failure is an opportunity for growth. The most successful people in the world have all made errors, but what sets them apart is their ability to learn, adapt, and move forward. Another powerful force that keeps people trapped in the past is guilt. Perhaps you hurt someone, made a poor decision, or failed to live up to your own expectations. While taking responsibility for your actions is important, allowing guilt to consume you only leads to self-destruction. You cannot change what has already happened, but you can make amends, learn from your mistakes, and strive to be a better person moving forward. Carrying guilt forever does not undo the past. It only destroys your present peace. Forgiving yourself is just as important as forgiving others. Resentment is another heavy burden that comes with holding onto the past. Many people hold grudges against those who have wronged them, believing that their anger is justified. However, resentment does not harm the person who hurt you. It only harms you. It fills your heart with negativity and prevents you from experiencing peace. Letting go of past wounds does not mean that what happened was acceptable, but it does mean that you refuse to let it control your emotions any longer. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone else's actions. It is about freeing yourself from the weight of anger and pain. On the other end of the spectrum, some people hold on to the past because they long for what once was. Nostalgia can be comforting, but it can also prevent you from appreciating the present. Life is constantly changing, and if you spend all your time longing for the past, you miss out on the beauty of the moment. The best way to honor the good times of yesterday is to create new, meaningful experiences today. The past has already been written, but the future is still in your hands. Instead of looking back with regret or longing, focus on what you can do now to build a better tomorrow. Growth, happiness, and success are only possible when you release what no longer serves you and step forward with courage. Another reason people resist change is comfort. When you become used to a certain way of living, even if it is not ideal, it feels safe. Change, on the other hand, is unpredictable. It requires effort, risk, and adaptation. But the reality is that comfort does not lead to progress. Staying in the same place, doing the same things, and thinking the same way will never bring new results. If you want to grow, achieve your goals, and live a fulfilling life, you must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. The most successful people in the world did not achieve greatness by staying where they were comfortable. They took risks, embraced change, and adapted to new challenges. Fear of failure is another major reason people avoid change. Many people worry that if they try something new, they will fail and regret it. But failure is not the end. It is part of the journey. Every failure provides valuable lessons that bring you closer to success. The greatest inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders in history all experienced failure before they succeeded. They understood that failure is not a reason to give up, but a reason to keep going with more wisdom and experience. It is also important to recognize that change is inevitable. No matter how much you try to resist it, life will continue to evolve. Relationships shift, Careers take unexpected turns and circumstances change beyond your control. The more you fight against it, the more stress and frustration you create for yourself. Instead, when you learn to adapt and embrace change, you develop resilience, the ability to thrive in any situation. Rather than fearing change, see it as a chance for reinvention. Every change, whether big or small, brings an opportunity to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. Instead of asking, "What if it goes wrong?" ask, "What if it makes my life better?" The choice to embrace change is the choice to move forward. Wasting time on toxic relationships is one of the most harmful things a person can do to their well-being. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our mindset, emotions, and overall quality of life. While relationships should bring support, encouragement, and positivity, toxic relationships do the opposite. They drain your energy, fill your life with negativity, and prevent you from reaching your full potential. Holding on to such relationships, whether they are friendships, romantic partnerships, or even family connections, can hinder your personal growth and happiness. One of the biggest dangers of toxic relationships is that they often go unnoticed for a long time. People become accustomed to unhealthy patterns, making excuses for poor treatment or convincing themselves that things will eventually improve. However, no amount of justification can change the fact that a toxic relationship slowly erodes confidence, self-esteem, and emotional stability. It is crucial to recognize the signs early and take action before the damage becomes too deep. Toxic relationships come in many forms. Some people are manipulative, using guilt, deception, or emotional blackmail to control others. Others are excessively critical, constantly putting you down and making you feel inadequate. Then there are those who are simply negative, always complaining, discouraging, or bringing unnecessary drama into your life. Regardless of the type, the outcome is the same. You feel drained, unappreciated, and emotionally exhausted after interacting with them. One common reason people stay in toxic relationships is fear. They fear loneliness, conflict, or the uncertainty of life without that person. This fear can be so powerful that it convinces them to tolerate mistreatment rather than walk away. However, staying in a toxic relationship only delays the inevitable pain. The longer you hold on, the more damage it does. True happiness comes when you have the courage to remove negativity from your life, even if it means facing temporary discomfort. Another reason people struggle to leave toxic relationships is guilt. They feel responsible for the other person's well-being, believing that abandoning them would be cruel. However, it is important to understand that taking care of your own mental and emotional health is not selfish. It is necessary. You are not obligated to sacrifice your happiness for someone who continuously brings you down. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and support, not one-sided effort and emotional suffering. Cutting ties with toxic individuals is not always easy, but it is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It allows you to create space for positive, uplifting relationships that bring joy and fulfillment. When you let go of people who do not value or respect you, you open the door to new connections that nurture your growth and well-being. Your time and energy are valuable. Do not waste them on people who drain you, disrespect you, or make you feel unworthy. Surround yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Life is too short to spend it on relationships that do not serve your happiness. Choose wisely and never settle for anything less than respect and peace. Doubting yourself is one of the biggest obstacles to success and personal fulfillment. Self-doubt has the power to hold you back from pursuing your dreams, taking risks, and reaching your full potential. It creates an internal battle where your fears overshadow your abilities, making you question whether you are good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to achieve your goals. The truth is, the only thing standing between you and success is your belief in yourself. If you allow doubt to control your thoughts, you will never take the necessary steps to move forward. One of the main reasons people struggle with self-doubt is fear of failure. They worry that if they try something new, they will not succeed, and others will judge them for it. This fear becomes so overwhelming that they choose to stay in their comfort zone rather than take a chance. However, failure is not something to be afraid of. It is a necessary part of growth. Every successful person has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and encountered challenges. What separates them from those who never succeed is their willingness to keep going despite their doubts. Another cause of self-doubt is comparison. In today's world where social media constantly showcases people's achievements, it is easy to feel like you are not doing enough. You see others succeeding, traveling, and accomplishing great things, and you start to question your own progress. However, what you see online is only a highlight reel. You do not see the struggles, failures, or insecurities that those same people experience. Comparing yourself to others only fuels self-doubt and prevents you from focusing on your own journey. Instead of measuring your success against someone else's, focus on your own growth and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Another dangerous effect of self-doubt is that it stops you from recognizing your own strengths and accomplishments. When you constantly question yourself, you overlook the things you have already achieved. You forget about the challenges you have overcome, the skills you have developed, and the progress you have made. Self-doubt blinds you to your own potential, making you feel unworthy of success. To overcome this, take time to reflect on your past achievements. Remind yourself of the times you succeeded despite your fears. Every step you have taken, no matter how small, is proof that you are capable of more than you think. Overcoming self-doubt requires a shift in mindset. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, start thinking about what could go right. Instead of telling yourself you are not good enough, remind yourself that you are constantly learning and growing. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, and do not be afraid to seek encouragement when needed. The more you challenge your doubts, the weaker they become. At the end of the day, the most important voice you listen to is your own. If you tell yourself you cannot do something, you will never even try. But if you choose to believe in yourself, you open the door to endless possibilities. Confidence is not about never feeling doubt. It is about not letting doubt control your actions. Trust yourself, take risks, and remember that you are capable of achieving great things. Ignoring your health is one of the most foolish mistakes you can make in life. Your body and mind are the foundation of everything you do, yet many people neglect their well-being in the pursuit of work, success, or simply out of bad habits. It is easy to take health for granted when you are feeling fine, but when it starts to decline, it affects every aspect of your life. Without good health, even the greatest achievements lose their value. Prioritizing your well-being is not an option. It is a necessity for a fulfilling and successful life. One of the most common reasons people neglect their health is a busy lifestyle. In today's fast-paced world, many individuals prioritize work, responsibilities, and social commitments over their physical and mental well-being. They skip meals, sacrifice sleep, and ignore signs of stress, thinking that they will deal with their health later. However, the reality is that if you do not make time for your health now, you will be forced to make time for illness later. No amount of money, success, or achievements can replace a healthy body and mind. A poor diet is another major contributor to declining health. Many people consume processed foods, sugary drinks, and fast food because it is convenient. However, what you put into your body directly impacts your energy levels, mental clarity, and long-term well-being. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains is essential for maintaining good health. Proper nutrition not only prevents illnesses but also improves mood, productivity, and overall quality of life. Lack of exercise is another way people neglect their health. A sedentary lifestyle leads to numerous health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Many individuals spend hours sitting at desks, watching screens, or avoiding physical activity because they feel too tired or unmotivated. However, movement is essential for the body. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, or doing basic workouts can have a significant impact on health. Exercise is not just about looking good. It is about feeling strong, energetic, and capable. Mental health is just as important as physical health, yet it is often ignored. Many people struggle with stress, anxiety, and depression, but refuse to acknowledge or address these issues. They bottle up emotions, avoid seeking help, and push through their struggles without realizing the long-term damage. Mental well-being affects how you think, work, and interact with others. Ignoring it leads to burnout, strained relationships, and decreased productivity. Prioritizing self-care, practicing mindfulness, and seeking support when needed are essential for maintaining a healthy mind. Sleep is another crucial factor that is often overlooked. Many people believe that sleeping less means being more productive, but in reality, lack of sleep negatively impacts focus, mood, and overall health. Sleep is when the body repairs itself, the mind processes information, and energy is restored. Without adequate rest, the body weakens and cognitive functions decline. Making sleep a priority is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to maintain good health. Your health is your greatest asset. Without it, nothing else matters. Taking care of yourself should never be seen as a luxury, but as a responsibility. Eat well, stay active, rest, and prioritize mental well-being. The better you treat your body and mind today, the more you will enjoy life in the future.